Updates on the manhunt for Joshua Zimmerman, except just a few clarifications. So Zimmerman is wanted for murder in Texas, attempted murder in Mississippi, armed robbery in Mississippi, rape in Connecticut. He has a history of kidnapping. He has a history of rape. He has a history of several attempted murders, and he has a history of confessing multiple murders to victims. And it's not just one victim. He confessed killing 3 people to 2 different victims. Though those have not been brought into charges, those are confessions that he made. The latest update is from the police that the police confirmed there is no hostage situation at the location of Cook Street and Pine in Waterbury. The police also noted that activity is in fact related to the search for Joshua Zimmerman. That said, again, be vigilant. The police are still at that residence. The federal government, you have marshals there, you have agents of the FBI there, and last week I spoke to the Suffolk County, the U.S. attorney in Suffolk County, which is Boston, and they explained that things are going to be taking a little bit of a turn, and this is the turn that we're seeing. Last week I explained to you guys that you're going to end up seeing it's going to be quiet, very quiet, and then it's going to get loud. This is the part that's getting loud. They are now interrogating individuals as if they are accomplices. They are now doing what they did to Eleni Cavalcante, the sister of escaped killer Danilo Cavalcante, who was detained on September the 11th, I want to say, or 10th of 23. Authorities detained her, federal authorities, thinking that she was assisting her brother in the escape. And that trial is coming up, so I'll save the rest for that. This is what's going on with the family of Joshua Zimmerman. His mother right now is being interrogated. Tina Patrizio, I believe her name is. I tweeted a photo of her. She also has tattoos, and that's the woman that has essentially supported Zimmerman through his crimes. And I'm saying that because when he went on the run before, I'm being told by police that they told her, next time this happens, you call us. We don't want to call you, okay? Zimmerman was known to run. He ran before. Connecticut State Police told Tina, listen, if you help him in the future, if you do anything, it's over. Next time, if anything ever happens, something to the effect of, if he ever is on the run and you don't call us from the gate and we have to knock, we're gonna knock. And that's what's happening. They came today with the SWAT team. They came today with the Bearcats, the FBI. They surrounded this neighborhood to the point where everybody said there's a hostage. Guys, that neighborhood looks like they've seen their fair share of crime. So they see Bearcats, they see SWAT teams, they see military-style guys coming out with rifles, okay? They're thinking it's a hostage. No, it's an escaped killer, and I can't emphasize this enough. He's going to kill people in Waterbury. If he's in Waterbury, lock your doors, check your surveillance, check your ring camera, remain vigilant. He is on a mission to kill if he gets there. Again, he might not be there, but the fact that they are now beefing, this is officially a multi-state manhunt. We have 2 perimeters, soft perimeters. There is a soft perimeter in Mississippi that they are still guarding heavily. And now we have a visible search area where they are gathering evidence of perhaps somebody that assisted him after the fact. And that means if you sent him money, that's helping him. They also have charges for instigating an escape that could be lodged against them. That means that perhaps Zimmerman contacted them. And that's why I've been saying, let me fix my hat, guys. That's why I've been saying since the beginning, if you know something, it's now time to talk, right? Because the longer you wait and the more you talk to Zimmerman, you are really digging. It's more than a grave. You're going to prison, right? So by Zimmerman calling, and if you don't say, hey, please turn yourself in or something, or at least call the police and the marshals after you make contact, you just instigated an escape. You just became a felon, and you're going to get charged federally if that happened. Again, all we know is that the police have swarmed the home of the mother of Joshua Zimmerman, Tina Patrizio, out in Waterbury, Connecticut, in the area of Cook Street and Pine. It's a very active scene. You're going to see agents of the FBI. You're going to see U.S. Marshals. You're going to see Connecticut State Police. You're going to see Waterbury Police. Do not interfere with it. Don't start gathering in crowds. Guys, I know that area is known for like tougher people that want to do like street stuff, but I'm going to tell you guys a word that's going to scare you. A potential serial killer is in your neighborhood now. He does not care about your little affiliations, right? He'll come in and he will rape and kill, and he will kidnap, rape, and kill your mom or your sister or your daughter. That's what you're dealing with. He doesn't give a damn about what you do or what street cred you have. The guy's a clown. He is a coward, and he needs to be brought to justice. Now, if you are in Waterbury and you even think about helping him, think 150 times before you do that, because that's how many years you're going to face in prison. Do not assist an individual who's wanted for murder in Texas, attempted murder in Mississippi, rape in Connecticut. This is now a multi-state confirmed manhunt. This is now 100% jurisdiction of the FBI. You have an individual who's now having properties raided if you live in the areas that can link from Memphis to Connecticut, remain on the lookout. That includes Philadelphia, that includes Pittsburgh, that includes Ohio, that includes Chicago, that includes, he has a connection in Louisville. The entire country must be, if you're in Cali, ignore this unless you like watching this kind of stuff. You guys are fine. Texas, you have nothing to worry about whatsoever. He wouldn't come to you if you offer to help him escape again. If you live in all of the states, if you're looking at the map, look to the right of Mississippi, straight up and down to the right, including Canada at this point. Be on the dang lookout. They don't know where he is because there have been no sightings. Now, there have been reports coming in and stuff, but we have a problem. And the guy came from Houston. Well, he came from Waterbury. So Houston, we got a problem because Houston didn't really do anything. The guy fled. DeSoto is the problem. Connecticut, you guys could have had him in prison still. Maybe that girl would have been alive, but we'll get to that another day. Zimmerman is not coming to your neighborhood to act like a gangster and be in with you. If you think that because you guys share a rap sheet that he's on your side, think again. Right now, he knows that he's facing much more than a life sentence. His mother is facing some serious problems if she did have any contact. Again, it's a big if. But the police, FBI, federal officials, and everybody else under the sun is at the home right now. But remain vigilant. DeSoto County, do not let your guard down, because this happened, not to this extent, when there were other sightings of Danilo, and the police told the farm to lower their guard, open up again, you'll be okay. And the farm took that advice. All the police left. The killer comes and steals the truck, journeys 45 minutes away, he goes to his sister, goes to the first accomplice, and then goes another 20 minutes to the third accomplice, okay? Gets a gun after he breaks into a house. Thankfully, he's not the best at aiming and didn't get a shot out at the guy, but he tried. 2 days later, he gets caught. And somebody's asking if they know he's there in Waterbury. No, but the problem is this. If he gets to Waterbury, Connecticut, people are going to die. I'm not going to repeat it I'll repeat it 1,000 times. If he gets to Waterbury, Connecticut, people are going to die. That is a big problem. He cannot get to Waterbury, Connecticut. He cannot get to Connecticut. He cannot leave Mississippi and Memphis, honestly. We have to keep him there. If he made it to Connecticut, take this as a warning to be proactive. Call your family, call your friends, tell them to secure their vehicles, tell them to lock their doors, tell them to now be on the lookout for an escaped murderer who kidnaps, rapes, and kills. That is what he does. And that's what he's going to do. If he's in Waterbury, he's coming back, and I'll get into that more as the days go on. I don't want to say too much until I know what is going on in Waterbury. But all I can say is if he is in Waterbury, he's going to kill. And he's not looking to kill specific people. He's going to kill. This man is dangerous. He's wanted for murder. He's wanted for attempted murder. He's wanted for rape. He's wanted for kidnapping. He has everything under the sun, nothing to lose. If he made it to Waterbury, Connecticut, people are going to die. Again, if he made it to Waterbury, Connecticut, people are going to die. And that is a very credible threat that came to law enforcement. And I'm repeating what I'm being told from people that are directly, it doesn't get any closer to Zimmerman and the manhunt than this. If he gets to Waterbury, Connecticut, people are going to die. Again, people, not one, not two, not three, not four. People are going to die. He's going to kill. If he gets to Waterbury, Connecticut, we have a problem. Remain on the lookout for Joshua Zimmerman. If you live in Philadelphia, if you're at any rest stops, truck stops, this needs to go across the interstate from here, the East Coast all the way to Mississippi and Tennessee. Chances of him going toward Texas are slim to none. It would be amazing if he did. He just won't, because he faces death. So he doesn't want to die without going out with a bang. He has made very clear how he would go out with a bang, and it doesn't involve just a suicide by cop. Again, if you see something, say something. Zimmerman might still be in DeSoto County. Do not divert your attention to the other side of the country. If you live in DeSoto County, remain vigilant. Check your surveillance, check your ring cameras, call 911, because now is the time that if he didn't move, he will. If Zimmerman did not make a run for it, he will now, because the attention is slowly creeping away. But don't let that happen. We have the power, the public, to keep eyes on the ground, help law enforcement catch this monster before he strikes again, and he will. If he gets to Waterbury, Connecticut, people are going to die. He is going to kill. He is desperate. He has a death sentence. So again, this is not Danilo Cavalcante. Danilo wanted to run, and this guy, I would trust Danilo babysitting my child, okay, compared to crossing paths with Zimmerman and getting eye contact. Let that sink in. If I had a kid, Danilo Cavalcante can babysit it rather than me cross paths with Zimmerman. He's going to kill. Be on the lookout. Look for suspicious activity at rest stops, at truck stops, at gas stations, on small roads, on highways. Report suspicious activity immediately. You see a car broken down on the side of the road, call the police, and even if it has nothing whatsoever to do with anything, call the cops and say there's a car broken down on the side of the road. They'll go check on it. I don't care if you live in Houston, I don't care if you live in LA, call the cops. Everybody has to start calling the cops. Report stuff, everything. You see a car that's broken down, you call the cops. You see a hitchhiker, you call the cops. You see a dude wearing a hoodie and sweatpants and one of those little caps that he has, you call the cops. Call the police, report sightings. If he gets to Waterbury, Connecticut, people are gonna die. If he got to Waterbury, Connecticut, lock your doors, remain indoors, and secure your vehicles. And that's the best advice I can give you. I don't know what the laws are in Connecticut about somebody breaking into your home and standing your ground. But I know in Mississippi and Texas, you blow the guy's head off if he comes at you with a weapon. He's wanted for murder. He's wanted for attempted murder. If he breaks into your home, he's not coming in to get a snack. Well, by a normal snack. He's not coming in for anything normal, okay? He's coming in to kill. He's coming in to rape. He's coming in to murder, or rape and murder. He's coming in to kill. He's coming in to kidnap, and he's coming to rape. That is it. And probably, obviously, rob. But that's the least of his concerns. Again, if you see something in DeSoto County, call the police. Do not lower your guard, DeSoto, at all. Because that's what people like this want you to do. Zimmerman is human, a coward, a monster. He makes mistakes. He will make a mistake. They always do. Now, again, if you see something in DeSoto County, dial 911. Don't Google the number for US this, US that. 911. You call that number right away. If you're in New Jersey and you see something, call 911. If you're in Philadelphia and you see something, call 911. Reading, Pennsylvania, call 911. Louisville, Kentucky, call 911. Chicago, Illinois, call 911. Cleveland. So it's a national manhunt with the exception of 2 states. If you're a victim of his, go to Texas. He's not going to come there to kill you. He's scared of Texas. That's the safest place. Otherwise, again, even if you're not a victim, you will become one if you do not listen closely. Lock your doors, secure your vehicles, do not pick up hitchhikers, do not sign up for tattoos on Facebook Marketplace, do not meet people on a dating app right now. If you are in South Haven, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, and Waterbury, but as I was saying, if he gets to Waterbury, Connecticut, people are going to die. They are going to get killed. That's the consensus going around federal law enforcement agencies, is that if Zimmerman has made it to Waterbury, Connecticut, we've got a problem. If you see something, say something. If you think that you can protect him because you're a gangster on the streets, let me tell you something. The second you do, everybody that you know, everybody that you are related to, and all of your friends, they're gonna probably want you dead, because you're gonna end up outing every single gangster that you know. Anybody that harbors Joshua Zimmerman is gonna be charged with a slew of crimes that amount to half of his sentence. He's getting death. What's half of death? Do not help him. Do not approach him. Do not do anything except call 911. If you see him, you're not a snitch. If you live in that area and you see Zimmerman, it's not snitching when he will rape your sister, your mom, or your daughter. Okay, that's not snitching. That's called doing the right thing. Maybe you don't snitch on like the drug dealers, and you don't snitch on like the other stuff. You know what I mean? That ends, okay? Maybe people don't want to talk about murder. Okay, cool. You got a rapist on the road. Let me tell you, gangs don't accept these kind of people. You know, if he ever thought he was in a gang, he's not. Unless, well, a pedophile gang. There is no gang that's going to accept a sex offender, because they just don't do that. They're not that dirty. We're talking about somebody that's so disgusting that even gangs are going to want to kill. So if they see Zimmerman, be smart and get your boys $25,000. Turn them in, because the only thing that Zimmerman is going to give you is 25 to life. If you see something, say something. DeSoto County, do not lower your guard whatsoever. Memphis, raise your guard. Connecticut, start putting your guard. It should have been up when the guy didn't, you know what I mean? But if it wasn't, start now. And when I say start, I mean you should be on Facebook and telling everybody, hey, there is possibly an escaped killer who made it from the area of Memphis, and he is now possibly in Waterbury, where he is from. That's how you phrase it. You say that, and it says it on his wanted poster, guys. It's not don't get caught by surprise and say, they should have told us that he's coming here. They did. It said on June 14th, if you live in Connecticut, be on the lookout. Well, guys, it's now July, and he might be there. Nobody was on the lookout if he was. The day he escaped, in big red letters, it says possibly going to Connecticut. If he gets to Connecticut, and I've said this for the past 3 weeks, he's going to kill. And today I'm making it very clear he's going to kill if he gets there. It's something law enforcement know, hence the beefed up presence. It's something that I'm going to say it again, because there's a little blogger out in that area that said no elite forces are coming in. They're coming in, and they are already there. If there were no elite forces coming in, Tina wouldn't have woken up with her door getting kicked in. Okay, so at the end of the day, the feds are not playing games. If you're helping him, they don't care who you are. You could be his mom, his brother, his sister, his cousin, his neighbor. You could be a friend from Mississippi. You could be a girl he met on a Tinder, okay? And he swiped and you swiped and you guys kicked it off. Now he's swiping your freedom if you don't turn him in. Again, if you see something, say something. Joshua Zimmerman is wanted for murder. He's wanted for rape. He's wanted for attempted murder. He's extremely armed, extremely dangerous. He has a gun and he's on the run. He left June 14th, Waterbury, Connecticut. It's time for you to put your guard up. If you see something, say something. I'll stay with you throughout the day as I hear stuff. Police are still at the home of the mother. They are waiting on additional warrants, I'm being told. So they have to, because they need different warrants for different things and different people. So if they showed up and somebody that doesn't live at the residence showed up, they've got to wait for another warrant. So again, if you see, say something. There is no hostage situation going on. That was cleared up. What they saw was what you would think is a hostage because of how many they've rolled up to this house the same way they rolled up with Danilo to the courthouse. So yeah, it looked like a hostage, but the only thing that's being taken hostage is their freedom until they start talking. If you see something, say something. Be on the lookout. If you see Zimmerman, do not approach him. Do not apprehend him. Don't try to be a hero. Don't take a photo. Call the police and just keep going, and they will track him. They'll find him. Again, call the police on any sightings of Zimmerman in DeSoto County, in Mississippi, in Memphis, Tennessee, in Louisville, Kentucky, and now New Haven, Connecticut, and Waterbury, Connecticut. So stay on the lookout, guys.